The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
His office. We went to Steve Stockman's office. I had so many letters from people that wrote, faxed, mailed, emailed. I brought them all in, letters of support. I have some here. There's still more that are coming in, and he will get them. And we went in there, and we sat down. It was probably a good 20, 25-minute meeting, and we had a discussion, and they're working on it. It's not happening as fast as anybody would like it to happen. They're working on it. They were aware of the situation. They knew all about it. I don't know if they knew that we were in the building, but we overwhelmed that office. It's the only meeting where we had an overwhelming force. I decided to have groups of 2 and 3. This way we can focus on the message. If there was a large group, maybe a couple of distractions would be there, and the message wouldn't get out. But we had a room. We filled that room with Stockman. It was great. And the person that was conducting the meeting, listening to us, was great. Receptive, took notes, told me to follow up. I've got his phone. I have so many phone numbers. I have personal cell phone numbers, contacts, email. I am going to be a busy person. Okay, Sharon, stand by. You're going to come on the air. With that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring Sharon Rondeau from the Post and Email. I gave her an exclusive interview Monday night. I gave her an update. I can tell, and I've been talking to Sharon, she wanted to know. She wanted to know because her heart is in this. Not because she has the Post and Email. I come second. And she kept asking, Mike, any news? And I'm like, no, not now. Mike, any news now? I'm like, no, not now. So finally, I called Monday night. I gave her an interview. We tried to do a show yesterday from the hotel. We had technical difficulties with Wi-Fi and everything. But anyway, with that, and I believe this is Sharon, and let's see if my computer's working today. Sharon, are you there?
Yes, I am, Mike. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show, Sharon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and you were most gracious to speak with me as long as you did on both of those occasions. I knew how busy you were, and I just very much appreciated you being able to keep me updated so that I could then post it and tell the world what you and all of your people were up to.
I appreciate that, Sharon, very much. Thank you. I know you have your heart in it besides the Post and Email, and yes, you earned it and you deserved it, that update there. And we were just dead tired, Sharon. Going to bed late, getting together information together, and getting a plan for the next day. The first day we had follow-ups to do with Congressmen, so we were just going crazy, but we did it, Sharon.
You did a fabulous job. I'm so excited at how much you accomplished and really how receptive everyone was. And I think that's the word that you used when we interviewed. You said they were very receptive, and that's very exciting.
I was surprised. I don't know. Maybe I have a preconceived notion, but I'm going to tell everybody listening to me. Whatever they say on TV, right wing, left wing, whether it's this station, CNN, MSNBC, they hype, they exaggerate. The people that are in Congress, for the most part, and the ones I met, they were receptive to do their job. They want to represent. I don't know if we're being told a liar or anything, but all the people I met, there was a few exceptions, I have to say, and I actually got into a little bit of a shouting match with one of them in the hallway. I had to calm down a little bit because I was so passionate about it. Nothing bad, just, I was firmly stating my opinion, and they just weren't hearing it. They weren't hearing it, and we won't even mention that name. But anyway, that's how it went, Sharon. And Sharon, we came with 400 kits, 400 printed kits that my wife and I spent hours and days, and I don't know how many printer cartridges and paper we went through on my small little workforce printer here. Sharon, we gave out 300 kits.
That's what you said in your message this morning, and I posted my story with that new information in it. That's an astounding number.
There was a substantial number given to Congress, and the rest were given to the Larry Klayman rally. Some of the people that attended the first day with me attended the second morning and then went to the Larry Klayman rally. Once they found out there was a sheriff kit available, they ran up, and I want to thank Mickey Booth. Mickey Booth was the co-sponsor, co-planner, cohort in this, if you may say, in this adventure. She went to the Klayman rally and took kits. They wanted to know how much they were. Mickey said, they're not there for free. And she made several key contacts. Some Washington, D.C. lawyers were at that rally. We got a kit to a Washington, D.C. correspondent that works in the White House as a D.C. correspondent. Yes, I did say that, and you did hear that. I'm working on that to get more information to that gentleman. And people were just lined up for the kits, and they were thankful, and we made a statement there and a message there. We actually had Pastor Wiley Drake. We went on his TV show live in front of the Capitol building with the Capitol as a backdrop. Eric Rush called me to ask me to come on his show, and I accepted graciously, and I thanked him very much. And we gave him an update, and we really hit them hard really running between building and building, Sharon. But, Sharon, 300 kits were given out in Washington, D.C.
Wow. That's really more than I think has been accomplished thus far directly with members of Congress, because up until now, we haven't really known how much they know. And many of them have not wanted to hear about this, but now it appears as though they do. It appears as though the tide is definitely turning with all of the other turmoil in the country and the healthcare system turned on its head. Yes.
I was surprised by how many people were aware. We walked in there and asked them, have you heard of Sheriff Joe? Most of them, yes. Are you aware of his investigation? We might have heard something, and that was 50-50. And then when we presented it, at the beginning they were a little uncomfortable getting the information. Some weren't. Some said, oh, yeah, we heard of Sheriff Joe. We thought this thing was over. No, they were a little uncomfortable. But as we went along in the presentation, and we gave them video presentation also, questions were asked, Sharon. 20 to 25 questions were asked. And at that point, I knew they were interested. And we hit the Senate, Sharon. I'm surprised how many senators wanted this material. I thought we would be better off in the House of Representatives. The Senate wants this more than the House of Representatives. We plan on going back in the future. I'll give the date out later on, but I was kind of surprised about the Senate, and I'm kind of glad. And we met with many chiefs of staff in the Senate and attorneys in the Senate that wanted the information, and we presented it to them, and we made a statement. We made a movement. Thanks to everybody who follows where'sobama's-birth-certificate.com, everybody who follows the post and email. My call-in number tonight is 347-989-8853. Go ahead, Sharon. I don't want to steal my own show.
Not at all. It is your show, and I'll just talk for a couple minutes, and I'll let you get back to telling, because I think everybody really wants to hear it from you, you know, what you did and the people you spoke to and the reception that you got, the results. I think this is very exciting, because what I think so many of us want is just to get to the truth. We want to know who forged that image that's been posted on the White House website since April 27, 2011, in an apparent attempt to deceive the American people, or the majority of them, and steal perhaps not one, but perhaps two elections in so doing. I think now people realize if certain things can be lied about, other things can be lied about and have been lied about. So it's time to get to the truth. And even though it's taken Congress a long time to come around and to wake up, no one can call this forgery issue a conspiracy theory. It is not a conspiracy theory. This is a fact. Someone committed a crime, perhaps more than one person, and we, the people, want to get to the root of it. And we want the person prosecuted, and anyone else who helped, anyone who conspired, including anyone who professes to be innocent, but we find out that they're not. This probably included a lot of people, and we want to know who it was, what they did, and we want them to get jail time if that's appropriate.
Very well said. I want to address...
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.